Hi guys, and welcome to another Speak Like a Native video with me, Anthony from the UK. Do you panic about your business English? Do you feel intimidated by the idea of speaking English at your job? Allow us to try and alleviate this with some business phrasal verbs. Now, speaking English for a job is completely different from during a lesson or with native friends, and it's normal to feel a little bit anxious at the prospect. In this video, we'll teach you some useful business phrasal verbs that you can use in an office environment to sound more like a native speaker. So we'll go straight in with the first one, which is to get in touch with. Really common, and it simply means to contact, because get in this case means to become. In touch with means to be in contact, to have the contact. And so we would simply say, for example, hey, Mr. Jones, I'm just getting in touch with you to ask for feedback on the computer you bought from us last week. Or another example, yeah, I got in touch with him on it last week already. He's happy. The second phrasal verb is to touch base with or to reach out to. To be honest, these two are basically the same as the previous example, but they're more common in American English. Brits like me would typically use the previous phrasal verb, but in the modern world, you find a lot of mixing between American English and British English. So an example of these phrasal verbs: I'm just reaching out to you to see what your thoughts are on our proposal. Or, I touched base with him earlier, but he's not accepted, unfortunately. So in both situations, I'm talking about contact. Number 3, to get back to someone on something, meaning the content, what you're doing. This is very common over the phone or on email, and this is the phrasal verb that you would use when you can't answer their question or their request immediately. You need to go and find the information and then contact them again. For example, I'm not so sure on the logistics of this. Let me speak to my manager and get back to you on it. Okay. You understand me so far? Good. Remember, practice with phrasal verbs is always the best way to learn them. Number 4 is to run something by someone. This is often used between colleagues in the same workplace. And this phrasal verb essentially means to check with someone, as in you ask the customer if they're okay with doing something. For example, regarding this change to the contract, I need to run this by the customer to see if he agrees to it. So, checking. Now we have to bring something forward. Mega common with appointments. This phrasal verb is relatively informal and often used between colleagues. It means that essentially an appointment will now happen at an earlier time or date. So for example, our 4 p.m. meeting has been brought forward to 1 p.m. Now, go and use these and sound like a Wall Street professional today. With all phrasal verbs, practice is the most important thing. Put them into a sentence, use the present, the past, the future. Write many examples because they will help you to sound a little bit more like a native speaker. If you enjoyed that video, then please like and subscribe. And if you knew any of these phrasal verbs before, or you regularly use them in your job, tell us about it in the comments. Switch on the bell icon so that you get instant notifications of when we upload a video. But my name is Anthony. This was MyES TV. See you soon.